Welcome to SUSIM. This is our simulation and immersive learning centre based on the main campus at Swansea University. Our SUSIM centre has 8 immersive suites and 27 sim bays, making us one of the largest installations of immersive wall technology in the world. The absolute vision of SUSIM was to have a flexible, highly adaptable centre where we could meet the needs of not only the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Life Sciences, but other programmes having opportunities for partnerships with things like our local health boards, and the feedback has just been outstanding.
The immersive suite has really positively impacted on our occupational therapy tutors team and the wider team that work around us. Before our students go on their very first placement, many of them haven't ever been into a hospital ward. So we use the obvious resources here, and we set up a side room with a client in the bed who's voiced by one of the team, and the students can go in, they can interview Dorothy, we call her, and they can get a really nice feeling of what it's like to talk to a stranger. And then later on in the day they can come in here into the flat, they can view the area that she's living in, they can really think about her living circumstances, what she needs, what she might need, changes she might need done to her flat. And they can really practice that together and discuss it together.
Because we've got 2 different sites here, we've got one in Carmarthen and one in Swansea here, we have to make sure that we can connect to any one of the immersive rooms from any part of the buildings. All of our simulation that we do within our simulation rooms, we then feed back into the control room or into our teaching rooms then for our students to watch as the simulation is occurring.
It's more to get used to the different environments that you might have as a paramedic. So you might treat somebody on a public street when it's daylight, you could be in a busy nightclub when it's dark and noisy. You've got cameras on the roof and you can film yourself doing the simulation training and then reflect back on it and take away key points from that for my further development, and that's been really beneficial for me.
So the immersive actual software itself is really intuitive. To the point now actually where one of my technicians has been able to work with the faculty to create a SUSIM's version of the Crystal Maze, and there's all different challenges built into the walls.
So this is an anatomy-themed escape room where the puzzles, sequential puzzles that are based around neuroanatomy that test or enhance students' ability to work as a team to escape through the puzzles whilst showing off their anatomy skills. Seeing students physically jump up and down with excitement is not something we usually get with a PowerPoint. We always talk about the teaching environment as being key. Well, you can control everything in here. So the ability to have a clock ticking in the background, the ability to have music playing so that you can build a real immersive environment and atmosphere.
One of the aspects that we like to do is get our students working alongside their peers from other professions. So for example, in year 3, we work with the midwifery students and we do something called Prompt, which is an in-hospital course. We set up things like labour wards, we will have the flat where we will have premature births, maybe bleeding in birth, and from these experiences the students really benefit because they actually get to work with their colleagues that they will work with for real out in the community in a safe environment before it happens for the first time.
When I came to med school, I'd never been in a theatre before, never been on a hospital ward as a clinician or anything, so it was just really makes it so much more accessible, I think. Makes you feel a lot more confident as well.
Not just about the sights, the sounds, but a complete immersion. And that's where we've decided to go with the scent boxes that Immersive do.
I remember when they first showed us around, it was in Wine Street and it was at night, so you could smell like random like cigarette smells.
Really?
There'll be, you know, just a typical average night out at Wine Street. It's very immersive.
We're continuously finding new ways to create content within our immersive suites, including healthcare, industry and sports. If a faculty member or the SUSIM team have an idea, then we can work closely with Immersive UK to try and make that a reality.